Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Lesson 7 in Nisab-us-Sarf talks about the abwab. Abwab are different chapters which mention patterns of the various verbs in the Arabic language. Abwab is the plural of bab. In the terminology of sarf, the first sigha, the first scale which is going to be mentioned will be madi, past tense, and the second one will be the mudari, the present and future tense verb. And when we join these two together, the past tense form with the present and future tense form, then these two are mentioned as the name of the bab. For example, there is bab fataha yaftahu. In the pattern of fataha yaftahu, fataha is the past tense verb, fi'l madi, yaftahu is the mudari, the present and future tense verb. Or for example, you can have bab daraba yadribu. Daraba would be the past tense, fi'l madi, yadribu will be the present and future tense. So you put the fi'l madi with the fi'l mudari in order to make the name of the chapter. So this is what happens in Thulathi Mujarrad, in those verbs which have 3 original letters only. So these scales of Madi and Mudari will be used in order to identify each bab. However, in the abwab which are other than Thulathi Mujarrad, the masdar, the scale of the masdar will be used to identify the bab. For example, we have bab if'al, which is in Thulathi Mazid fi, which is a verb which has 3 original letters with extra. So how do we identify this chapter? We say bab if'al. The abwab of Thulathi Mujarrad, there are 8. 5 of which are commonly used and known as muttarid, and from these 5 there are nasara yansuru, daraba yadribu, sami'a yasma'u, fataha yaftahu, and karuma yakrumu. And then the 3 rare chapters, the 3 abwab which are rare, which are shadh, are hasiba yahsibu, kada yakadu, which comes from kawuda yakwadu, and the third one is fadila yafdulu. In fact, the very last bab, which is fadila yafdulu, is matruk, it is no longer used, and the one before it, kada yakadu, is qalilul isti'mal, it is hardly ever used. Hasiba yahsibu is shadh, it is rare, and it will sometimes appear. So these 5 which are known as muttarid, and the 6th one hasiba yahsibu, these are commonly mentioned. When you go over the notes, then these abwab should be revised. The names of each chapter should be memorized. These are the 6 famous abwab of Thulathi Mujarrad. The signs of these abwab: number 1, for nasara yansuru. Before we go into the signs of these abwab, it ought to be understood that zabar, zair and pesh, we have 3 harakat. Zabar is known as fatha. Zabar is known as fatha. And any letter which has a zabar upon it, a fatha upon it, is known as maftuh. Secondly, zair is known as a kasrah. Any letter which has a kasrah upon it is known as maksur. Thirdly, a pesh is known as a dhamma. And any letter which has a pesh, a dhamma upon it, is called madmoom. So you have fatha for zabar, kasrah for zair, and dhamma for pesh. So those letters which are going to have zabar or fatha will be called maftuh. Those which will have zair or kasra will be called maksur. those letters carrying a pesh or dhamma will be known as madmoom. So the signs of these abwab. Number 1, the sign for nasara yansuru is that it is madi maftuh al-ain wa mudari madmoom al-ain. Meaning, its past tense form, the madi, is maftuh al-ain. The ain kalima, the second original letter, is going to have a fatha, a zabar. Wa mudari madmoom al-ain, and the mudari, the present and future form, which is in this example yansuru, it will be madmoom al-ain. The ain kalima on this will have a dhamma. It is madmoom, it will have a pesh. So you see, the sad is the ain kalima here in nasara yansuru. The sad in the past tense verb has got a zabar on it. It is maftuh al-ain. The sad in the present and future tense verb has got a pesh on it. It is madmoom al-ain. So the identity for this bab is madi maftuh al-ain wa mudari madmoom al-ain. Secondly, there is daraba yadribu, and in this bab it is madi maftuh al-ain wa mudari maksur al-ain. Before I go to this one, let's mention an example for the first type. Nasara yansuru, another verb on that pattern is dakhala yadkhulu. It is also madi maftuh al-ain wa mudari madmoom al-ain. Dakhala yadkhulu, which means to enter. Next, the daraba yadribu, the second bab, it is madi maftuh al-ain wa mudari maksur al-ain. Meaning madi in past tense, it is maftuh al-ain. The middle kalima, the ain kalima, has a zabar upon it, maftuh, fatha. And it is mudari maksur al-ain. In the present future form, the mudari form, the ain kalima has a kasra. It is maksur al-ain. So you see, ra, it's ra zabar ra in the past tense form. It's ra zeri in the present and future form. So this is madi maftuh al-ain wa mudari maksur al-ain. An example of this bab is ghasala yaghsilu, which refers to washing, to wash. This verb also comes on the pattern of, under the bab of daraba yadribu. Number 3, sami'a yasma'u. Sami'a yasma'u. What is the ain kalima here? It is the meme. In sami'a yasma'u, in the madi, it is maksur al-ain and mudari maftuh al-ain. So in the past tense form, the meme has got a zir. In the present and future tense form, the meme has got a zabar, meaning the ain kalima. So the identity for this bab is madi maksur al-ain wa mudari maftuh al-ain. An example of a verb which is in this pattern, in this scale, in this bab is fahima yafhamu. Fahima yafhamu is in the bab of sami'a yasma'u. Next we have fataha yaftahu. Now in this one, the ain kalima has the same harkat. The ain kalima, the ta, has got zabar. So it will be madi wa mudari maftuh al-ain. So in the madi past tense form and in the mudari present future form, the ain kalima has a zabar. So this fataha yaftahu is madi wa mudari maftuh al-ain. An example of this is qala'a yaqla'u, which means to uproot. The next example, number 5, is karuma yakrumu, the chapter of karuma yakrumu, and this is madi wa mudari madmoom al-ain. Both the past form and the present and future form, both of them carry a pesh. So they are both madmoom. So it is madi wa mudari madmoom al-ain. Karuma yakrumu. So you can see ra has a pesh upon it in both. Karuma yakrumu. So it is madi wa mudari madmoom al-ain. An example of this bab is sharufa yashrufu, to be noble, being noble. This also falls on the pattern of karuma yakrumu, sharufa yashrufu. Number 6, we have hasiba yahsibu. And in hasiba yahsibu, what is the ain kalima? It is seen. And the ain kalima in both of them has a zir. So it is Madi wa Mudari' Maksurul Ain. Meaning in the Madi, the past tense form, and the Mudari, which is the present and future form, the Ain kalima, the middle original letter, the second original letter has a Zair, it has a Kasra, so it is Madi wa Mudari Maksurul Ain. The next two are going to be the chapters which one was Qalilul Isti'mal, very rarely used, number 7. Which one is this? Kawuda Yakwadu. Kawuda Yakwadu originally, which becomes Kada Yakadu. This is Madi Madmum al-Ain wa Mudari Maftuh al-Ain. In the past tense, it is Madmum al-Ain. The Ain kalima has a Pesh. And Mudari Maftuh al-Ain, the Mudari form has a Zabar on the Ain kalima. That's why it is Maftuh al-Ain in the Mudari. Number 8, the other rare form as well, which is Matruk, which has been left out, which never is used, it's never ever used in the Arabic language today. It is Fadila Yafdulu. And in Fadila Yafdulu, what is the Ain kalima? It is a Dod. So it is Madi Maksurul Ain wa Mudari Madmumul Ain. And this is the final type. Another thing we need to note is that the first 3 abwab which we mentioned are known as Ummul Abwab. These are Ummul Abwab, the mother of chapters, meaning these are the root chapters in Arabic. These will occur the most. Which 3 are these? Daraba Yadribu, Nasara Yansuru, and Sami'a Yasma'u. These 3. These are Ummul Abwab. And the other Abwab which are not as popular are known as Furu'ul Abwab. 3 more. Which 3? In these 3, notice the Ain kalima will have the same harkat. Which ones are these? Karuma Yakrumu. Look, the Ain kalima has got Pesh in both. Fataha Yaftahu. The Ain kalima has Zabar on both. And Hasiba Yahsibu. The Ain kalima has Zair on both. So these 3 forms are known as Furu'ul Abwab. When you go over the notes, inshallah Azza wa Jal, revise these Abwab, and inshallah with revision you will be able to remember.